So when I first watched I Want to Escape from Princess Lessons, the first thing I thought of was Citizen Kane. It's for those who aren't aware of Citizen Kane, which is like, I mean, and obviously I'm not talking about like in terms of, like it's not literally Citizen Kane. It's not on the same level as Citizen Kane. The animation has its issues and everything, but in terms of the narrative, I kind of thought of Citizen Kane and like a kid enjoying their life on a quaint little area, playing outside, having the great time of their life, enjoying the world's pleasures, enjoying life's pleasures. And one day they're brought in to to the world of extravagance and glory and fame and all that stuff. And all the and to be royalty. And it sucks the life out of them, sucks the soul out of them, and ultimately ends in despair with them wishing they could go back to those last moments of joy, go back to that world of playing at home and having fun. And it never happens. Or does it? And that was that's pretty much, I Want to Escape from Princess Lessons. The potential Princess Leticia is home playing with her dog. The series starts with her sneaking out of the house, trying to enjoy her, sneaking out of her noble parents' house. She's a daughter of nobility, and she sneaks out one day to to just have fun and play when she's stopped by a boy. And then she's told she's going to be a princess and goes to and is brought before this mistress who deprograms her of all that wonderful things and, like I said, sucks the soul out of her. And she's completely lifeless. Spends time with this prince on occasion, but just doesn't enjoy life, doesn't want to deal with this issue of all these, doesn't want to deal with all these problems and everything. She just wants to enjoy life. Doesn't want to deal with princess lessons, doesn't want to deal with, you say, "Good evening. My name is Miss so-and-so. My name is Miss Leticia." She just wants to enjoy life as herself. And as her soul's being sucked out, one day the prince says she attends this royal gathering. Everyone is in absolute awe of her dress and of her presentation. Everyone's absolutely overjoyed by just how beautiful she is, how graceful she is. And her soul, unaware that her soul is completely decimated, seemingly. Then one day she sees the prince that she's destined to marry with another girl. And and she's like, wait, who is she? And he's like, I'm attending her tonight. I'm attending her today. And she's like, does this mean you're no longer with me? Does this, do you mean to say that this woman is your companion now, Clark Sama? I'm sorry. Then does that mean our engagement is? That's it exactly. She is finally free from princess lessons. She is finally free from this prison, this gilded cage that she's been put in. And she is ready to enjoy life. She goes around like she's lying on the grass, rolling around. She has a maid that has been loyal to her ever since she arrived in the capital. And the maid is like, and she's just like, so you want to roll in the grass with me? You want to enjoy life with me? And you want to roll in the grass with me and just revel in all this excitement. And of course the maid is kind of more sophisticated and stuff like that, and so she's more relaxed and everything, and she's just absolutely overjoyed with this whole thing. And one day she goes fishing, and she catches the fish, and she's just like, and then she slips and is about, well, she's just fly fishing, and she hears a voice from her and says, are you having fun? And it freaks her out, and she's just like, falls, and the fish lands just right out on the shore. And the prince is like, and she's in the arms of the prince, and the prince is like, good job, you got that. And she's like, thank you. What are you doing here? And and the prince is and she's kind of caught up in this spending time with this prince that she thought had broken up her engagement. And so she's just enjoying life, or she's just slowly sneaking away. She moved to this nice, quaint, small town quite a ways away from the royal capital. She wants nothing to do with the royal capital, wants nothing to do with wants nothing to do with nobility. She just wants to enjoy the pleasures of life, of nature, and everything like that. And she's in the middle of doing so, and the prince is having the time of his life as well. And then as soon as he's spending time with all the horses and enjoying the pleasures of nature, he's like, oh, by the way, we're still engaged. See ya. I'll be back later. And she's like, what? How are we still engaged? I thought this was broken off. I can't be engaged with this guy. I don't want to. I'm not suited for royalty. But that's fine, because the prince loves her for her. He wants her. He doesn't want the girl that's beaten down by princess lessons and everything like that. And so she decides, you know what? I think I'm going to. And so Sorry about that. And so she comes to and so she's once again trying to sneak out, trying to get away. But I feel like in his, like, he's, there's a scene where he's like sitting outside of a shop. This old man says, you know, she's absolutely friendly to everyone, regardless of background, whether rich, whether poor, whether bond or free. She's really friendly with everyone, and everyone loves her here. And he worries, am I taking her away from this? And he's face to face with the dog that he initially took her from. And the dog kind of like gives her a look like, are you really going to do this? And he's like, no, don't worry. I want her to be happy. I don't want to take away her happiness. And the prince is, and so it seems like the prince loves her for her. And he wants to marry her, not the royalty that she was beaten into, but someone who absolutely loves life and loves the pleasures of nature, loves the small town, loves everyone. And she is worried about losing. She's worried that if she becomes the princess, that she'll lose what she has. So the question is, and she doesn't realize that the prince is that boy that met her, is that boy that stopped her when she was a child, that met up with her, and that probably played with her out there in the enjoyed life with her as a child, enjoys life with her at her current age. But can she have her cake and eat it too? Can she really enjoy life? And that's the first few episodes. That's the first 2 episodes of I Want to Escape Princess Lessons. I'm really looking forward to seeing what. This was one that I initially didn't have on my list, but at the same time, I was kind of curious about it. So, and it was a Sunday viewing show. Sunday is surprisingly busy this winter season, but I still wanted to watch it. So, and I was still curious about it, and I've enjoyed it so far. And I've really enjoyed the way it subverts the Citizen Kane and the tale of Princess Kaguya, taking somebody that wants to just enjoy the simple pleasures of life and giving them, like, setting them high up in the tower that they don't really want to be in, and seeing the opportunity for her to be brought home. It's something that I'm really, really looking forward to seeing more of, and I'm really looking forward to seeing like how her relationship with the prince evolves. I'm also really curious about their history together. I hope there's an episode or 2 that like explores that, because I think that would be really interesting to get into. I'm also, during that time where she met with the prince, or the prince dated this other, like, during the time when she thought her engagement was broken off with the prince, she was like overjoyed by this. She was like, she was so overjoyed by being free of this that she didn't realize that the other girl, Arowana, no, Brianna, didn't, was ending up in the same situation, dealing with the princess lessons, having her soul gradually sucked out. And she wants Leticia back. She wants Leticia back in the royal capital, doing the princess lessons, taking on the role of princess. And she says she even heard the prince say, "I only want heirs with her. I only want heirs with Leticia." But Leticia's like, "I'm not so sure I want that." And so she's like, "Here's the deal. If you look the other way, I'll introduce you to my brother. I think you guys would really hit it off. I think you're much better suited for him than for royalty and everything. So if you look the other way, I'll hook you up with my brother. He loves muffins. Well, I'm going to enjoy life." And she meets up with the prince again that evening, and he's like, "You know, I'm thinking of our color schemes for our wedding. I think naturally we should be dressed in white for the wedding, but like for other scenarios, I'm really curious." And she's like, "So what happens next?" I'm really looking forward to seeing that for myself. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Or for that next episode. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys again. Please like, subscribe, and provide constructive criticism, not destructive criticism. And I hope to see more of you soon. I hope to see more of you every day. Bye.